Hello, I'm ArchieLuxury and welcome to the program Fuckers. Hello fuckers, how are you today there? We'll just move that camera there. Okay fuckers. Today we got a big heavy hitting fucker. He's asking for Archie's advice. Hello Archie, I love your show and have been a fan for a long time. I want to donate $50 to your cause so that you can do a personal video for me on the following 3 watches, as I will be purchasing one of the 3 very soon. Please send me your PayPal address. I've given that to him and he's paid, so I can make the donation ASAP. So then you'll be able to start on the video. Within the video, I'd like you to list the watches from first to last on which one you would buy and kindly give your analytical reason for that. And if possible, inform me on the longevity of the watches if known. Will these pieces go up in value over time? Also, from one of your last videos, you mentioned how costly and difficult it is nowadays to have expensive watches maintained, which I found to be revealing. Thanks for that. Lastly, by the list you should be able to tell that the cost does not matter in this case. So please do not try telling me to go cheaper. These are the ones I have narrowed my search down to. Your advice will be greatly appreciated and taken into consideration. You seem to be a man who take this craft very seriously. Please do not mention my name on the video. Just refer to me as Mr. X. P.S. I never trade anything I own. Everything I buy that's expensive I generally keep or give to family members, so no need to consider the value of trading the piece in the future. It's for keeps. P.P.S. I most assuredly will not buy them at retail prices. Sincerely. So, the 3 watches I have my eye on, and one of them I will definitely purchase, are as follows. The Rattan de Cartier Perpetual Calendar Watch. 40.5 millimeters, automatic, 18 karat white gold, on a leather bracelet, retail for $42,600. The second piece, the Rattan de Cartier Mystery Movement Watch, 42 mil, manual wind, 18 karat white gold, leather strap, $44,500. And last, thirdly, the Breguet Classic Perpetual Calendar 5327 in 18 karat white gold, £51,270. Okay, Mr. X, you want my advice? I wouldn't buy any of those fuckers. Cartier, whilst they make some decent pieces, is not a brand I would be putting that sort of money into. I've asked him, I actually sent Mr. X an email saying, did you buying second hand, are you buying new, what's the go? And he's responded, he wants to buy new, but he doesn't want to pay retail. Fair enough. He's got about $50,000 to $75,000 to spend. My advice to you, Mr. X, very, very simply, the Cartiers, they are dangerous. Do not buy them. They are not going to be collectible. They're not going to retain their value. In 5 years' time, you will get both of those Cartiers for a fraction of the new price. The Breguet, whilst the Breguet is a beautiful piece, it also, I can tell you now, Breguets are beautiful things, but if you are buying new, and I can't talk you out of it, you've got to be sensible with what you buy, Mr. X. You have to be very, very sensible. My advice to you, and I give this to everyone, Rolex and Patek. You don't want to lose money, Rolex and Patek. Simple. High-end Jaeger-LeCoultres, they are also pretty bad as far as the retained value goes. High-end Rolex, probably, they're not going to get up into this area here, so that crosses them off, because the most expensive Rolex, you've still got a lot of change. If I were you, you want my advice? Stick with Patek Philippe. Don't even go Audemars Piguet, atrocious resale value for complications, because they're so fucking expensive to service. Vacheron Constantin, there's only one brand. If you're spending $50,000 to $75,000, there is only one brand you should even consider, and that is Patek Philippe. For that sort of money, I tell you what I would buy. Personally, I'd buy second hand. I'd put a little bit more money in, and I'd buy a rose gold 3970E with the exhibition back. That's a perpetual calendar chronograph. Probably Patek's finest perpetual calendar chronograph. That is what I would buy. However, that's a little bit more. They're about 100,000 mark, so you're spending 50 to 75. See, my advice is not to spend less, it's to spend more. Okay, let's have a look at this here. What would I do? What would I do? I can tell you this here. You've got to be very, 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 very careful. Very careful indeed. I would be buying, if you've got to buy new, you must get Patek Philippe. A 5146, 5396 annual calendars, they're very nice. You could even look at the annual calendar chronographs. A 5960, that's what I'd be looking at. I think for your sort of money, you'd have to go Patek Philippe. You can't buy that rubbish. The Cartiers, man, I tell you now, you will pick those Cartiers up in 5 years' time for about a third of retail. The Breguet goes soft, okay? I'm just telling you the truth. If you said to me, hey, I'm happy to buy second hand, buy those from a dealer. You'll get them at a fraction of the price. Stay away from the Cartier. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. The Breguet's okay, but you want my advice? If you are buying, if you've got that much money to spend, Patek Philippe is the only brand. Preferably, I'd be buying second hand. But, hey, you don't want to do second hand. I understand you want a virgin piece. I'd be going complicated Patek. An annual calendar chronograph, an annual calendar. That's what I'd be looking at. I wouldn't be looking at these pieces here. These pieces, the Cartiers are just, you're gonna do your ass on them, okay? You're going to do your fucking ass. Okay, these pieces here are like, the Cartiers are like like Honda when it released the NSX. It was a wonderful car, but it was just a flagship model to support the lower down models. If you're going to spend that sort of money, the only brand is Patek. Audemars, complicated Audemars, atrocious resale. Vacheron, atrocious. The only brand I would be putting in $50,000 to $75,000, 50,000 pounds, you'd have to go Patek Philippe. That's the only brand, and hard, bargain hard. You want a fucking good discount. 10% is bullshit. So that's my. I'm going to give Mr. X a right of reply. I want to hear what he says. Mr. X, I want you to come back and tell me, this is just the first video I'm doing for you because you're making such a fucking big mistake. It's just so wrong. So I'm giving you a right of reply. You must buy Patek. Those Cartier is dog shit. Even the Breguet. If you're gonna buy new, you might as well rip up 50-pound notes. Patek is the only brand in your price range which you should be looking at. come to me and we'll discuss it further. This is the first video for Mr. X. I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Be rough with these rich fuckers.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece. We adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on time, simply the best.